Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Vigor video. So if you didn't see, yesterday the devs put out a tweet on Twitter talking about a new update. So this is just a minor update to fix some bugs, but they did put on there as the biggest change being aim point was tweaked in order to get the correct alignment. Now that's a very weird way of wording what they did, but basically they fixed, well, for the most part, they fixed the iron sights. So that's really big news. We put out that video and maybe it got the correct recognition and they worked on it. Or maybe they were just working on it all along and it was a coincidence. Either way, for the most part, it's fixed and, everything's a lot better now. But notice that I said for the most part. So there are still a few guns that I'm going to highlight that are misaligned. And also there's some comically outrageous iron sight adjustments. So let's start with the few guns. There's only 5 of them that are currently very misaligned. There's still a couple that are very, very minutely misaligned, but they're not really going to make a difference in game. All right, let's start it off with the SKS. So I think they actually over-adjusted for this one. I believe this was the same as all of them before, where the sights were a little bit above where it's shooting, but now it's the bullets actually traveling above the sights. The VZ52 was actually pretty much perfect before. The only problem was it didn't have the needle at the end of the barrel, but now the bullet shoots way above the sights. So I don't think they adjusted the G3 whatsoever because it looks to be the same. The bullet goes a little bit below where the iron sight is aiming. And I don't think they fixed the ADR either. The ADR seems to have the same issue where the bullet's going a tiny bit above the red dot. And the VSS shoots a little bit below where the scope is aiming. So those are the only guns that are currently very misaligned with their iron sights. So that's a huge improvement. They obviously improved mostly all of the guns except for those 5. So big ups to the devs. Now, the way they did realign the iron sights is pretty weird, though. So they didn't readjust the iron sights. They actually just kind of changed the angle of how you're looking down the iron sights. So doing this made a lot of the iron sights look just very weird. So if we look at the machining gewehr, you can obviously see where the needle is supposed to go, where you're supposed to line it up at the end of the barrel, right in between that little notch on the red spot. But if we look to see where the needle actually is, it's way above that little notch, and it looks unbelievably ridiculous. This is obviously not how you're supposed to aim down the sights, but that's how they adjusted the iron sights. Now, a lot of the guns are like this. Another good example is the RPK. So the RPK is obviously way above that little notch where you're supposed to put the sight. So it's very odd that they did it like this. They basically just changed the angle at which you look down the barrel. It's very, very odd, but at least they shoot where they aim. So if you wanted to aim with the RPK, you'd have to shoot right at that top of the needle mark. And when the machining gewehr, you'd also have to shoot at the top of that needle mark. It looks so unbelievably ridiculous. Even though it does look ridiculous, it does work. So we have to be happy about that. Hopefully in the future, of course now it's not that big of a deal. They have a lot of other issues to fix, but hopefully in the future they can spiffy that up so they're all realigned correctly and they look normal. But yeah, so big ups to the devs. They did a great job. There's only 5 guns now that are super unaligned. But yeah, I'm really, really happy about that. So that's about it for the video, guys. I just wanted to go over the guns that are still misaligned. There's not many at all. And I also wanted to show you that very comically outrageous iron sight issue. Well, not really an issue, but more of a cosmetic issue, I guess. So that does it for the video, guys. Make sure you go give the devs some love on whatever social media platform you're on. Twitter, Facebook. I think you can even comment on their post on YouTube. Make sure to give them some love because they listened and they fixed it. Even if it's a little cosmetically ugly right now, they still fixed it, and they did something that patches it up for now. So it's a big up to them. All right, guys, if this helped you to learn a little something, or even if you just like the video, make sure you drop a like. If you want to see more videos like this, some more gun guides, some more beginners guides, and all that good Vigor action, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and make sure you stay tuned. As always, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Vigor video.